Hey Libra, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 16th, 2025. This is for Libra. Last shuffle for Libra. Let's see what's going on, Libra. Libra. We have back and forth here, and then we have new supportive connections. I feel that everything is back and forth. Today may be one of those days where you are feeling like you should ride the fence until you get more information. The angels are even saying that you should. So you would be right if you're saying, I'm not really sure if I'm going here or there, if I'm up and down, I'm not sure. You want to get more information so that you can benefit fully from your options. Yeah, take action only when your interests are piqued. Okay? Focus on what interests you most, because I see it mostly the benefits that are in store for you are lined up with the things that are highlighted more to you, the things that are going, "Ooh, yeah, that's it, that's the one." Now you might want to pour over your memory and also get more information, ask more questions so that you are building something solid. Yeah, you need to focus on a solid foundation. What is the, not something iffy, but something that's like guaranteed? You need to focus on that. Get more information to find out which one is the most, which option is the most guaranteed option on top of um, which one is the most interesting to you, right? I feel it. You already know what's right for you. I'm also seeing someone coming in from your past. I'm seeing an ex coming towards you, and you having your feelings have changed for this person. I feel that there's not enough going on in that relationship to keep you interested either. There's something about you not needing anyone to feel happy or alive. You know that sometimes a relationship could be the highlight of our life. And I feel that for you, you really don't need that in your life. Someone is in this space going, I don't really have to do that, right? I don't have to, because there's some I meet people, a lot of people, and majority of us are looking on a search for our person, looking to connect, and then there's some people that are like, I'm good on that. I mean, and it's a smaller percentage, to be honest with you, that's like, I'm good on that. Right now, I'm focused on my career, or I'm focused on trying to figure out what my purpose is and who I really am and what interests me. I'm still trying to figure that out. What makes me happy right now? And so I'm seeing a person who's in that space going, listen, there's not enough going on on this street for me to keep driving down. Like, I'm turning off the on the next exit. And so they're showing somewhat of an X. And this person is, they're very comfortable with you. They feel like that there's a benefit to them. Like, they may be coming in newly supportive. They're wanting to help you make choices. They feel that you need help making choice. Like, this would be the person that kind of makes it seem like you can't do something without them. And you would really need to be your true self in this. You're going to need to take your own actions. I feel that you have way more control over your life than you realize. I would not settle for someone just because they think they're helping you. Even if they are helping you, doesn't mean that you have to be in a partnership with them. Even if whether it's romantic, business, whatever, right? I get a vibe off a person. It's like, you need me. I'm a supportive connection. I got your back. Yeah, and maybe, like, say you're a model, because what they're showing me is like you're doing something. It's all your creation. Or maybe you're a model, and the person is in the background like, yeah, oh wow, that is amazing, yeah, right, yeah, that's great. And then later on they're like, if it wasn't for me, Libra wouldn't have been able to get these shots. It's like, you don't even hold the camera, you don't even, you don't do the makeup, you do nothing. Like, what do you mean? And I feel that you're not interested. Something about that situation may not make you happy. um this is not all about romance or friendships or partnerships, although I do see people here. they're giving me that you're building the framework, something so much bigger. And you're going to need to be around green. Okay. Green is the color I'm seeing. And they're asking you to be more, to get connected to nature, to connect yourself to nature, right? It's also important that you check into your heart chakra. Okay. Now, the heart chakra expresses a lot of things. It's located in the chest area. You got your heart, your lungs, your arms and hands, and your diaphragm. Your circulatory system is housed with the heart chakra, or it helps control that area, and rules also the thymus, which is responsible for your immune system regulation, right? So the circulatory system represents like your blood flow and things of that nature, and it also helps one to connect with others through forgiveness, empathy, compassion, and love. When it's balanced, you experience unconditional love, you experience deep empathy, you of course you experience forgiveness, you experience emotional healing and compassion for others. But when it's blocked, you experience a lot of grief, loneliness, fear of betrayal, right? Inability to forgive, fear of love, difficulty forming relationships. You may feel like, I don't know why I just can't connect to anyone, and you just may feel very imbalanced emotionally, very unstable. And physically, you could suffer from chest pain, high or low blood pressure. You might have lung conditions, respiratory issues, type of thing. Like, I'm always catching a cold and it's always in my chest, bronchitis and such, and heart disease and asthma. Now, you could, if even if you are asthmatic, you could have more frequent asthma attacks than usual. And the stones that you could use, or the things that you could use to balance these things out, because I do see that there's a person here that wants to connect with you, but you don't feel it, you don't feel a connection, right? And that may be due to, and it maybe you do, like in deep inside you're like, listen, I do, but I don't. If you would like to balance your heart chakra, say you are experiencing some of the imbalances, the symptoms of imbalance, you would want to do stuff like stones, right? Rose quartz, um, green aventurine, jade, rhodonite, emerald. I would even say unakite, which is green and pink. The other thing that I would say, because heart chakra represents touch as far as a sensory thing. And so those would be things you could touch, right? And that would also speak to texture. So that you have green leafy vegetables that you could eat, right? And of course, there's some textures that you're saying, you look, I like everything. I'm gonna be honest, me and spinach, the texture of spinach bothers me, but I like the taste. So, you know, and you can eat green tea, apples, avocados, nuts, and like pears. These things all help facilitate um, balancing our heart chakra. The oils or the scent that you could use, right, also could be like a lang-a-lang, geranium, rose, bergamot, and lavender. And you want to do like 341.3 hertz or 528. 528 is a very big one that is very popular. Okay. There's a bunch of things that you could do, because they're saying that you got to embrace some side of you, and to be grounded in who you are. Part of that would be coming from maybe unblocking the heart chakra. The heart chakra connects the lower half to the upper half, right? Which the lower is the solar plexus. You got the sacral, and you got root, and then above, crown, throat, and I'm out of order here. Throat, and third eye, and crown, right? So you want to tie those together. So they want you to say, I do not worry about things I cannot control, which would help you to and free you up to do what feels right for you, because that's your advice, really. They're like, deep in your heart, you know what's right for you, so do what feels right. And so there, Spirit is asking you to ask for more information, get more information, ask questions if you're curious. It's very important that you do. Great gratitude with the Hanged Man and Death would tell me that there's an awareness here of being grateful if you I won't say put something off, but you'll be grateful to ask for more information. Therefore, you're able to just surrender to something ending. Let something go. Let something end or change. Some of the information you may get is like, hey, hold off a minute, be back at truly just kind of like being double dutch mode, waiting for your turn to take action, and you'll be grateful that you got the information, because it's important that whatever you do at this point, whatever you're focusing on today, is all about developing a solid foundation. Foundation and stability is extremely important, and that's in all areas of your life, emotional stability, mental stability, physical stability, everything, financial stability, all of that is being, and much more, right, is being called into questions, called into carpet. They're like, is it solid? Because spirit's testing it. Can I sit on this chair? Have you glued it together? Or did you screw it together? Which one? Because I'm about to sit on it now. The sacred temple is the Seven of Wands and Empress. And that speaks about being in the right place at the right time. And they're showing that where you're meant to be right now is well, you're meant to be trusting yourself. The most solid thing you could possibly do is trust yourself and know that you're headed in the right direction. Know that what's for you is for you. It really won't pass you by. You're meant to be in that space. Although you see back and forth, your intention is to weigh out your options so that you can make a better choice to avoid disappointment. But yeah, angel number 2002 is here. And that tells me that you do have way more control of your life than you even know. You've got to focus on what interests you most, and it'll turn things around. There's something here about plenty of friends to make and meet. It's important to have fun and open up. And the only way to open up is to open up that heart chakra, but also to go out in nature. And I know it's fall in some areas of the country and the world. It's not green anymore for some places, but you'll want to have like be around house plants and things of that nature. If you can't get out, you want to look into your Jupiter returns on in your chart. And Jupiter return usually is wherever Jupiter was when you were born, it returns back to that state or that space or that configuration or that placement, whatever word you want to use, right? And Jupiter returns represents the blessings coming to you, and it usually returns every 12 years, give or take, maybe a few months. So you'll want to look into where that is for you, because they're showing a benefit reaching you, a benefit in store for you, in line for you. And I'm also seeing moon placements. So you want to look into where the moon is in your chart, also your moon sign, because it speaks of a suppressed energy that needs to be embraced. Embrace that side of yourself, because the answer is within you. Some of you could be architects, building a home. Ask a lot of questions, though. Get as much information as possible. Do not make any uninformed decisions at all today. That's very important. And get it in writing and write down the person's name who told you. Like, seriously, they're giving me all this extra stuff here. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, Gemini, a Taurus, or another Libra. You could be a Libra Scorpio cusp, dealing with a Taurus Gemini cusp, or a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.